I think we're
live.
Okay, we're good.
And here
All
we
right.
go. Yay! Where's your party hat? Here.
Wait,
I
got a party hat. Yay! Hold on, we got 20,000 subscribers! Yay! Hold on, my hat. Okay, I'm just gonna pretend. Okay.
Are you turning off the song now?
No.
Uh-oh. Technical difficulty.
Okay, we got like this. All right. We got a lot of stuff going on here.
All right, I'm gonna stop the music.
All right. So welcome. We are here. We are hanging out.
That was really fun.
There was a lot of background. It was kind of weird. Sorry about that. Hello.
Okay, stop for a second. I gotta look at something over here because I'm fielding comments on another.
All right.
Where are the comments here? So I can. I see.
Okay.
I see you guys. All right. So we are. Can you turn that off? That's super distracting.
No, it's right here. Don't worry. This is us. Okay.
Okay.
So.
All right, guys, we hit 20,000 subs because of you. This is my party here. What do you think? Avalon did it for me.
That's.
You
And
like
I
it?
have a hat.
And Will has a party hat.
I have a hat. This is actually not a hat. This is a
It
baking.
should not be used as a hat.
It should.
Cooking is malfunction.
Yesterday we went to a really interesting macaroon baking class, and as a goodie bag, they gave us these
This
these
and,
things
what's
that
the
sort
rest
of.
it?
It looks like a dunce hat, but this is actually where you put the filling into the macaroons, and I think I just destroyed it because
Yeah.
I just put my hair on.
And we're going to be cleaning it very
Dirty hair.
And so
All
that
right.
is that.
All right, let's get this party going. Oh my gosh, there's so many of you guys here. I'm looking at comments. Oh my gosh, how do I get? Oh my gosh, they're
I
going
need my
away.
coffee. Hold
All
on.
right.
Where's my coffee?
Hi Jane, we're excited to be live with you guys as well. First time I managed to catch one. Yay!
I know.
And-
This is going to be one of those days where we don't have really an agenda as far as things we're pushing.
Do we normally have more
No,
pushers?
but sometimes we have like a Worldtowning University class or whatever.
Or something we want to tell you guys about, or a new
I mean, there's things we
adventure.
do have to tell you, but either way. But this is more so for this like the celebration of that we hit 20K, like overnight. It felt
Yeah,
like in
you
2.5
guys, this
years,
is
3
awesome.
years. But it's
Yeah, I know some people hit this in 6 months, but we like to take the slow.
Well, we're patient people. we like the slow cookers here.
All right, I see tons of you commenting. Hi. Thank you guys. Hi, Gina.
Hello. So the
We
way this
miss
works
you.
is that we are talking to you on my machine right here, and then Jessica's looking at her machine.
On the comments over
On the
here.
comment
So that's
section
why I'm
over
looking
there.
away. It's not because I don't want to chat with you guys.
No.
I just want to.
But I have serious ADD issues, so if I look at the comments, I'll just start
Ooh,
looking
I
at
got a
those
good
and not
comment.
talking to
Look
you,
at
and that's
that.
not good. Hold on, I'm talking to
I'm
you.
a sexy
so
wife.
I can't. Okay, I agree
I'm
with
a
that
sexy wife.
one.
Thank
That's
you.
really cool. Thank you. I don't know who you are because I'm not looking at the comments. But whoever it is, I'm sure it's worth it.
I'm a sexy wife. I'm a sexy wife.
John, you're being weird now.
Hi, John. How are you? And Karen.
Hey, John, Karen.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
All right.
So let's chat with you guys about well, you know why we're here. We're here to celebrate our 20,000 subs.
And to
Thank
say
you. Thank
like
you.
a massive thank you.
Yeah, a massive thank you. I mean, this is Will puts a lot of work into this channel, and the rest of us do too. But he really puts a lot of work in editing.
Well, I
and
put a lot of work into
and-
being your husband. I put a lot of work into
you got a
being
sexy wife.
I do.
That doesn't come
And
easy.
you know what we have? Someone put in the comments the other day that you're a sexy granny.
No, I'm sexy pink granny. That was like, oh my gosh, I've never gotten that comment before. Thank you.
Now that
Okay.
you could be a technically grandmother if we.
No.
If we had our kids younger.
If we had our
there's
kids
Avalon
younger.
yelling from the back. If we had them younger. Okay, so let's talk
Oh,
about
that'd be disgusting.
I just want to.
If we were actually.
Yeah, that's enough. Please
Stop. All right.
All right. So thank you. And as I was saying, you do a great job. You guys are awesome in supporting us and comments and suggestions and all this stuff. And we just want to say thank you. Really, really thank you. It's definitely not easy making the videos. And you really often have to have a very thick skin. And we've grown one. And people have mostly 99% of the time been really kind and wonderful and awesome to us. And we just want to say thank you.
Yep.
So I won't harp on this too much because then I'll start crying and we'll get all blubbery and then no one's going to call me sexy again after that.
Okay.
So where are we, Will? I'm going to let you talk about that while I look at comments.
Okay, so
I really
basically-
like reading these sexy comments.
Where are we? We are in France right now. So there's been a lot of pauses in the channel as of like since the last time we went live. Last time we went live was at the end of November, and we were in Marrakesh, and we were just about ready to start our Morocco group trip. And then we
Hi,
went
Shimon.
like super
Hi,
dark,
Jasamir.
essentially, on the channel because we had our group trip. Okay, so going from November till today, we spent the month of like the most of the month of December in Morocco. And we did our very first Worldtowning Voyages group trip, which was quite honestly like the coolest thing we've ever done ever.
Awesome.
And we're not just saying that because it's like, oh, everything's awesome and it's cool. No. Seriously, this was one of the coolest experiences that we've had in a super long time.
Ever. Can you slide over?
Why? I'm trying to stay like in the middle of frame here
He's
with
sitting
you.
on my lap.
Okay.
Sit in your chair.
Stop.
You're on my chair.
Well, just raise your seat or something like that. Okay.
We
how
live
about
in an
that?
RV, and I love being close to Will, but my goodness, he's like on my lap, and I have a big old button.
And as you can tell behind
hanging
us,
off the chair.
we're not in Lemonade, so we'll get to that as to what's going on there.
Let's touch on the Morocco trip just for a bit because I know
Yep.
you were saying how great it was. Guys, this trip was amazing. The people of Morocco were awesome. The country was awesome, and
By far, more than anything else, the
Bonkers.
people that went with us on
the
this journey
people
was
that
just
went with
incredible.
us, we love you guys. You are amazing. We didn't tell anyone of this ahead of time, but we were cautioned against doing these group trips. So we only
Move
scheduled.
closer in. You're like that. Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
There you go.
We only had registration open for one of them until we finished the trip and saw if we liked it or not, because people had told us horror stories. We absolutely loved going with a group.
Yep.
We had an amazing group, and so we opened registration for another one. So I'm not going to talk about this too much, but if you're interested in going with us to Morocco, we are going again the end of November, beginning of December, and you can just message us or email me, jessica@worldtowning.com, and I'll send you information about it. It's
Okay.
amazing, bonkers,
So
amazing.
how does that go into what I was saying before?
I don't
where we
know.
are?
I just got overexcited about the
So
Morocco trip.
so basically, the last videos we did before we did the group trip were like the last ones that were in France before we entered into Morocco, and we've done 3 of them since we actually did the whole Morocco thing. The videos that are coming up now are going to be all about the group trip that we did. So as much as it's not like a promo for the trips, because it's not, but it's almost like about our adventures with other people in Morocco. And we get really interesting when we're just ourselves, but when we get other people
we're
into the
super
mix,
interesting.
when we get other people into the mix, that's where sometimes things will get a little bit over dramatic, because we had things happen while we were on the trip, like we were in a traffic jam and people were trying to cut across us, and we were like standing in front of
Went out and
cars
protested.
and we went out and protested. There were times where
I'm like, make sure no one has a Worldtowning t-shirt on. I don't want this circling back to us that we protest in traffic jams because we don't like cutters.
we did like a whole dance party thing. It was honestly, and that kind of sounds weird, a dance party. What
Right.
are we in high school? But no, but seriously, we did like the first experience with people on a camel. It was, I don't know, sharing things for us for the first time is really cool.
Wait till you see these
When
videos.
we get to see it through someone else's eyes, it just becomes magical.
And I think because the reason we started traveling was for our kids, and seeing things through their eyes has been so incredibly amazing. But we only see it through their eyes. So to take a group with us to Morocco and see it through the eyes of 16 other people, ranging from the age of 10 to 77, coming from all lifestyles and all levels of travel, was incredible.
Yeah, move closer. What are you doing?
I don't know.
They can't see your things here.
Oh, my party hair.
I know.
This is my celebration here. All right. So anyway, it was really amazing. Guys, the comments, you guys are commenting. You're so sweet. I love them. Really, really nice. I see 85 people have called me sexy. And I'm just kidding. All right. Hi, Gina. Gina went on our trip to Morocco. She said it was awesome. Thanks you for the endorsement. Love from Amsterdam. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's see what you guys. Oh, you guys are so sweet. A lot of people from Morocco here. Thank you. You've been so kind to us in your country. Really, really amazing, amazing, amazing. When are we coming to Lebanon? I don't know. We listen. We very rarely repeat countries. We've gone back to Morocco because we wanted to take a group there. We love Morocco. But we very rarely repeat them because there's so many to see. So
Except
at
for
some
France.
point, France is kind of our European home base when we kind of recharge and stuff and go to the doctors. We'll be there at some point. I don't know when, but we will, because the plan is, I mean, we don't have a plan to see every country,
No.
but the plan is to keep seeing countries. So
Okay, so then where do we go from there? Okay, so at that point we left Morocco, and then remember, I feel like this has been so long ago, but do you remember our little journey to try and go and see every single country in Europe and do it in Lemonade? Well, we didn't really do it in all Lemonade, but we did finally finish seeing
Lemonade
every single country in
she
Europe.
can't swim. So,
No, well,
and there were some places we
there
couldn't
was
get on
one
a
country
ferry.
left before we got into Morocco, and that was Belarus. And when we exited Morocco, we went basically on a train took us to an airport. Long story short, basically we went to Belarus. It was more interesting than I thought it would be.
Well, everything is big in Belarus. So big buildings, big streets, which also means big, massive Christmas decorations. Yep. And we celebrate Christmas. So it was really fun to see a horse and carriage all on lights and these massive, massive buildings with lights all over them. So it was really great. I think that, sometimes we get into a country and we don't do it the justice we think we should because work takes over or school takes over, one of us gets sick or we need time to recharge. I feel like Belarus was kind of one of those situations in that we were so tired after the Morocco trip, we didn't have a lot of time to explore. So we have one vlog from there.
We have
one vlog from there. So we
tried to do two, but it would have been forced and that would have been
But it was a really interesting country and definitely different than I had expected. So you guys will have to wait for the vlog on that one.
Yep.
And then, so what are you doing? You're updating on what we've been up to.
Yep. And so after that, we went back to France and we spent the holidays, which was lovely.
House sitting.
We house sat.
We house sat for some. So we have a lot of friends who live in France. And during the holidays, we try to get into a house, not because we don't like lemonade, but because we want an oven so we can bake. And we'd love a fireplace, a little bit more space so we can do a Christmas tree and decorate it. So we had friends that lived near Paris that were going to go out of town. And we said, we'll house sit and babysit your kitties and stuff. So we did that for 2 weeks, which was really great.
Was nice.
We love the Christmas markets. Oh, that's my mom, guys. Hold on.
She's saying she can't get into the live stream.
No.
Hold on.
What did she say?
Difficulties.
What did she say? Why are my comments showing up with a...
Oh, she's in there. Oh, because Iris, she has to talk to us through a she gets like the bat phone that goes directly to us.
What does that mean?
Essentially, Iris, that means you're a moderator. So if
anyone says
if someone's bad on there, Jessica's mom's gonna take care of them.
You're gonna get kicked out because my mom's gonna kick you out.
You'll be fired.
Go, right. Mom. If they say any bad words, you get them out of here.
If anyone else knew like our iPhone accounts, you can text us too and avoid the comment section.
If they say that I'm sexy, you copy paste that a couple times. Don't get rid of anyone that says that. So.
You should mute your phone. Mute your computer.
Hi guys, I'm looking at. Hi Nino. Hi Hassan. Hi Majub. Hi Youssef. Hi to Paris. Let's see. Oh my God, there's so many.
You guys should go on there and just
here.
say hi to Iris and say hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Zita. How are you? Let's see. We're champions of love. Oh, I love that one. Someone put a comment the other day that said, "We love how you connect the world," and that was like the best thing I've ever heard. It just sounds so awesome, and if you're seeing us as such, wow, I'm honored and humbled and
yes.
Absolutely love that. By the way, I've been helping a little bit. He's been working diligently to respond to all the comments. We've had an abundance of comments lately, and we really do our best to respond to every comment. But there's a lot right now, so he's doing his best to respond to you. We apologize if we didn't get back to your comment. If it's like a really important question and you need to speak with us, just email us. I return the emails.
Yep. So all that being said,
I'm looking at comments again, guys.
Sorry. So where are we now catching up? My goodness, I swear. So because the problem is this is that we're so far behind in the videos. Is that if you want to know where we are now, you're gonna have to wait until like June.
Well, and then we won't be there.
And then we won't be there.
So we were just talking about being in little house sitting. So after that, we came back to the south of France and we roamed around. Let me know if I got this correct.
We roamed around
the south of France, finalizing some things for our France group trip because we are going to do a group trip to the south of France. And that registration is going to open in about 2 weeks. You want information about that? Email me, jessica@worldtowning.com, and I'll send it to you. And now...
So in other words, we still have lemonade. And we spent, 2 nights ago was perhaps our last night in lemonade. Because
we upgraded her. Look at us. We're in a class. What's it called? A class?
No, we're
class
not
A.
Class A.
We're in a Class A now. Look at this patent.
We're in an Airbnb.
We're in an Airbnb.
We're gonna be hanging out in the south of France for about a month as we finalize our sort of European stint.
We've got to sell lemonade. We've got some doctor's appointments. I might need a haircut. Look at this craziness. We've got to prepare some stuff for Asia, catch up on our vlogs. You don't need our to-do list. But anyway, we've got a lot of things to take care of. We're going to do some recharging and then finish up the final touches on the France trip. And then we are going
We're finally off to Asia.
Can you believe it? We've been saying we're going forever.
Well, it's one of those things where you talk about it forever and ever and ever. It's like the last couple of weeks that we're in Lemonade. We knew as we were approaching Norway that we were like, oh, we're almost done. But no. Let's just enjoy the moment. And we did get a chance to sort of reminisce and enjoy. Now that we're out of Lemonade, it's like, oh, I can't hear Largo in the middle of the night anymore.
But when I was cleaning her this morning, we were all cleaning together because we have a bunch of people coming to look at her this week because we're selling her. I was thinking, I'm really not going to miss cleaning. I mean, I know it's small, but I really don't like cleaning.
But we're in a bigger space. It means more to clean.
I know, but
That's
we're not here. We're not here for long. So.
Imagine you can clean your entire house like showroom ready in 2 hours, and that's basically what we did.
All right, we gotta say some comments here. Oh, I get sexy hair now. Oh my gosh, I'm going all over the face. You guys, my head.
Stop fishing for compliments here. Seriously, what is this?
I'm not gonna be able to get out the door. Well, let's see. Thank you, hiking trails. I'm rocking. I love your videos. Thank you so much. You guys are so sweet.
Someone's asking, are we still in Marrakesh? No, we're just behind on our videos. Sorry about that.
Yeah, we are behind. How many more do you have from Morocco, do you think?
It depends. That's the best answer I got.
4 or 5? 4 or
no,
5?
I think there's like 5 or 6.
That many? Ooh.
Something like that. I want to be done with them in the next 3 weeks because I think we're ready to go ahead and sort of move on to more current stuff. And there's been more stuff that we've done since we left Morocco, like for instance, hanging out in France and doing the whole macaroon thing. Yeah. Once again, macaroons we did yesterday. They're gorgeous.
I wish we could share one with you guys. They taste so
We
yummy.
realized one thing, that because every single time we walked around in all these boulangeries, we've seen macaroons like, oh, they're so pretty. But every time we tried one, they're like, oh, they're so stale. Because they sit there because they're really expensive. When you have them and they're fresh, oh my gosh, they're like a feast for the senses.
I think, or maybe we're just really good at making them.
No, we got a teacher. Are you kidding me?
We did have a teacher.
And she was really good.
She was really good. All right, so what are our plans for 2020? Do you want to talk about that?
Okay, so...
You guys, if you have any questions, just put them in. You guys are super complimentary
First of all,
here.
they are asking questions. We're just not looking at them.
No. Okay, let's see.
Someone said they like my hair. I like that. Thank you, Mike Weber.
You never get that, Will. That's awesome. You know why? Do you know what his secret is? Tell him your secret.
It's something that we discovered brand new.
Yeah, we knew about it.
Well, we knew about it. We just thought it was a hoax. Argan oil. Now last time we were in Morocco, it was like, oh, argan oil is so good. It's good for the body. It's good for your skin. It's good for your hair. It's like, I'm not gonna start greasing my hair back. Whatever. Listen.
And the first time he did it, he was like, I don't like it.
Because I used too much.
And I was
I looked like Gordon Gekko.
I was like, it looks really hot, like totally hot. And he was like,
Wait, so you don't want to cut it anymore?
That's Avalon.
Listen, I've had this hate relationship with my hair. It's not even a love thing. And then now that I'm using argan oil, it doesn't poof up like it used to.
Here we go.
Either way, sorry. You brought up the topic. And so
I'm okay if we're talking about my
I mean, I can go ahead now and argan oil. It actually works really good if you have hair that is hard to manage.
kind of flyaway hair. So thank you, Mike. You've made Will's day.
So there will be some videos from Morocco where
how to style your hair.
Where I look like the professor from Back to the Future, Doc, whatever his name is.
You do.
I know, and it goes like this.
I never thought.
And then all of a sudden, I realized that what was missing was argan oil. So
and then the next day, he goes from crazy professor to.
No, but I didn't even try the argan oil until after we left Morocco.
Oh, you didn't?
It just sat in the bag. So either
all right,
way,
so that's Will's hair secret.
That's the update. So thank you, Mike Weber, for bringing that up.
What if he was
I wasn't planning on talking about that, but there we go.
What if he's joking?
Oh, well. All right.
John says Karen loves my necklace. Thank you. I got this in Morocco on our first trip. I absolutely love it.
We got it.
Essaouira. And someone is asking, are we going there? I just lost the comments. Just went haywire. We'll be going there in 2020. So when we go back for our next trip.
Yep.
Let's see. Necklace looks good on you. Thank you. I love it. Jessica, shake your sexy party hair.
You look like what's her name from Fraggle Rock?
Doesn't
or
she
no,
go-
no, no. Didn't someone say
No, it was
Abby Kadavi?
Abby Kadavi. That's
You look
who
like
it
Abby
was.
Kadavi.
I think that's kind of a compliment. All right, someone says, tell us about homeschooling and unschooling of your children. All right, so we have a vlog about our schooling, our academics schedule, whatever, for Largo. And I've got to do one still for Avalon. I just haven't gotten around to it. That's one of the things I hope to do in January. Our philosophy, basically, like a quick little rundown on it is, we are working towards the requirements to attend university in the United States. The kids think they want to go to university in the United States, particularly with Avalon, because you have to have a certain amount of science and certain amount of English. But all classes are approved by them so that they have courses that they are enjoying. So if there's 4 biology classes, Avalon goes to pick the one that she likes best. And she'll go online on the sites where you can see if how the teacher's rated and stuff like that.
It's a challenge sometimes, but it works out really well.
It is the best decision that we made for our children to homeschool them. Absolutely.
When people ask as a sort of traveling family, as far as, well, you know, what are you guys doing? Like, homeschooling is a big part of our daily routine.
It is, and we outsource most of it. So online classes, tutors, self-paced stuff. But the management of it and finding the right classes that fit their styling.
She does really good job.
Thank you, honey. Thank you. It takes a lot of my time.
Yep. By the way, I gotta stop. We got a super chat.
Oh yeah!
Yay, super chat! Thank you.
Oh, okay. So Brandy Lakis gave it to the kids. For the kids.
Hold on.
And maybe Will's argan oil for his hair. Thank you.
Thank you.
And the kids went, oh, thank you. So I think Largo's listening to a book on tape, so I don't think he knows we're live or what's going on. So thank you. Okay, so how do I get that off my screen?
It's you gotta go like that. Sorry.
Okay, so what was I saying? So homeschooling, it's so much to talk about, and it can't be talked about on a live.
We've done one episode regarding
with
how
Largo.
we do Largos, and then
I've got to do the next.
Someone
one.
left a comment the other day going, when you talk about
Avalon?
Avalon, and we're just like, I don't know, she's too busy doing school.
No, I'll work on it. I'm going to work on it before we go to Asia because I think it's really important. Avalon takes some online university classes that will either transfer in or something that she's really interested in, which has been great because you can take those. We're California residents, so you can take those online for free, which is awesome.
Yep.
There's so much to say. One little thing that I would say is that I shake my party hair. I don't know. I just felt like shaking it. If you're thinking about homeschooling or unschooling or whatever the path is for you, just don't be afraid to step outside of the box and do your own thing or what works best for your kids. Haters gonna hate, and people generally, there's a lot of resistance to people that are doing things different or out of the box. Just be strong, find your tribe, find your way, and educate your kids in the path that you want, and just be strong. It's not an easy path. There's a lot of criticism, but if you know it's in the best interest of your children, they love learning and they're happy, then go for it. It was the best decision we ever made. All right, that was a great question, by the way. I wish I could talk about it all night. Someone says you're handsome, Will.
There you go.
Where are we from? We are from the United States. And
all over, essentially.
Yeah. So
all right. So I was born and raised in Miami. You're born and raised in Maine. Notice how because of like the actual like the location. Like everyone, like I was born and raised in Florida, but more so people know Miami. Maine, right. It was like, we're in Maine.
Where's
And most of the time when you say Maine, people are like, where's Maine? So
it's bordering Canada.
It's bordering Canada. It's in northeastern United States.
And so we've lived all over the United States separately and together.
Avalon was born in California, and Largo was born in
Boston. And we lived in New York City for a while together. And when we left the United States, we had been living in Cambridge, Massachusetts.
Yep.
And if you're new here, we, just a quick update on us. We left the United States a little over 5 years ago. We spent 1 year living in Costa Rica, 1 year in Ecuador, 1 year in the south of France. And then we bought our RV and toured around Europe for 2.5 years with a goal to obviously see the countries and immerse ourselves in the local culture, as well as visit every country.
And we realized one thing. What doesn't kill us makes us stronger. Because there were moments where...
I'm just gonna put it out on the table. These 2.5 years in the RV were the hardest years, I'm gonna say, of my life. I definitely...
Well, let's put it this way.
It wasn't for you?
They were... I mean, these last 2.5 years, because we're talking to you guys because you guys have been watching essentially for the most part the last 2.5 years. So you
not everyone, but
well, I mean,
if you haven't, why haven't you?
I mean, most of our videos are from when we were in the RV. I mean, that's been where.
Yeah.
So if you're telling yourself, boy, the last 2.5 years were the hardest years, I can't imagine what their best years were. Because we've had an epic 2.5 years. No.
We've had.
Let's take credit for what we've done here.
No, highest of highs and lowest of lows.
Right.
Let's
go like that.
And there's some things we just don't share on the vlog that are, really, really personal and quite painful, and transitions and heartbreak and stuff that we've gone through that it hasn't been anything to do with traveling or RVing. It just happened to occur while we were in the RV.
Right.
And RV life is difficult to begin with while running a startup business and homeschooling and all that stuff. Now, all that being said, I wouldn't trade it for the world, because we grew and we laughed and we cried, and I'll take those highest of highs and those lowest of lows instead of straddling the line of mediocrity and being complacent any day.
The thing is, we share as much as we can within the context of the story of where we're at the moment. And so, we love the idea of sort of going deeper into some of these topics, and this live is not the time to do that.
We're going to have a podcast coming out.
We've been saying that now for how long? Okay.
A year, you said.
A year we've been saying that we're going to do a podcast, and we have...
2019, but if we do it in January of 2020, that kind of counts for
Are you
an extension. I am committing.
You are.
All right, we got some questions here.
It's not on the record.
Did you notice how I just kind of...
There you go.
Transitioned to something else? All right. Do you have some programs of homeschooling? Okay, we use a ton of different ones. One of my favorite is outschool.com. Someone said you can only use it if you're in the US, but we're using it and we're not in the US. So outschool.com, check it out. It's fabulous.
And then we use a company called Lesson Trek to actually...
To manage it all. Let's see. Worldtowning. Hi, Arl says hi. Zita, hello. I'm in love with your positive energy. What a beautiful family. God bless you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Really, that's really, really sweet. Where in Europe has language been the biggest problem?
Eastern Europe.
You think so?
Yeah. Eastern Europe.
Most countries, people under 30 speak English. And then Will and Avalon and Largo speak Spanish fluently. I'm Spanglishy. And then Avalon and Largo speak French fluently. So we can pretty much get along everywhere.
Let's put it this way. Right. So that being said, if we were monolinguals, if we only spoke English, I would say our biggest challenge would be probably where we're living right now, would be France.
Yeah.
But because
it's definitely the country that has the least English speakers from
what we've seen. I would say that stand up and say, yes, I do speak English. Now, we're in the south of France, so if you go to Paris, you can speak English everywhere. If you are, the problem is down here, I think it's still just a French only type environment. That doesn't mean that there aren't people that speak English. There's just less of them here.
Yeah.
In Eastern Europe, for us, since we don't speak Romanian, we don't speak Ukrainian, we don't speak Russian.
Yeah.
It was a challenge.
We had Google Translate, and the young people speak English.
Right.
Now, that being said, when we did sorry guys, I have such bad allergies right now. Sorry, I apologize. When we did a vlog about why Americans are not RVing in Europe, one of the big concerns, because a lot of people messaged me, they said was language. And I'm just going to go out here, and I know we're a trilingual family, so it's a little different for us, but Google Translate works like magic. If that is the thing that's holding you back from travel, at least in Europe, I can't speak for the whole world, put it away and get your butt on the road. There is Google Translate. There's always someone willing to help. There's body language. There's drawing things out for people. It'll enrich your life so much. The struggle of having to communicate with someone when maybe Google Translate isn't working and you need something is something every single human being should go through in their life at some point, because then you will be humbled and more compassionate when someone is in your country and they can't speak the language, and you will help them to the best of your ability. So I wish this upon everyone, because it makes you so much more understanding. But that being said, you can get by. Don't let that stop you. Don't let that stop you. Absolutely not.
That's our soapbox.
That's my soapbox thing.
There you go.
All right, let's go back to some comments. That's Taura. I'm so bad with the names. 1 million subscribers in the way you deserve more. Thank you so much. Niall, how do we make a time for adult time? The kids go to pick up bread, and
Oh, stop.
we make do.
No. I mean,
Where there's a will, there's a way. There's a
right.
will.
There's a. It just happens.
Yeah.
You know.
It happens. We have
Yeah.
older kids, so they can go places and do things and whatnot. But we do pop into Airbnbs from time to time, and then we also go out on date nights together.
Right.
What part of Belarus did you visit? Hi, Turkey.
We visited Minsk.
Hi, Paul.
And then when we were in Minsk, we did a tour out to I would call like an ethno village. I forget where we went, but we have it written down somewhere. We went
Yeah,
to-
it was really great.
and then we tried some moonshine. We bought some moonshine.
Oh my
That
gosh.
was.
They give us moonshine at like 10 in the morning.
I think I'm still hungry.
Oh my
from
gosh. All right, when are we going to Morocco again? End of November,
End of
beginning
November.
of December, we're taking another group to Morocco. And then we'll come either, I don't know, 3 or 4 days before or after to explore some more areas. Hi from Turkey. Hello, Agadir. Bonjour. Couscous. Yay. In your opinion, what is the baddest thing in Morocco?
The baddest thing, like okay, let's put that in two different contexts. Like, what's the baddest? Like, what's the most awesome thing?
Badass, like awesome.
Sure, why not? And
Awesome? Okay.
and then if you want to say what needs improvement.
Okay, the best thing is the people for sure for me. Do you have a different opinion?
I would probably say it's just how. I mean, yeah, definitely it's the people, but it's how they're just not afraid to engage with everyone. And
Yeah,
it's-
we love that.
and it's so cool.
We love a country where locals are willing to talk to us and share and educate us about their way of
And
life.
for me, that's what makes that place just totally special.
What is the worst thing? I have to think about that for a minute, and I'm going to tell you the only thing I can come up with is that every time we come to Morocco, which is twice now, we've gotten sick. That can happen anywhere, so it's not Morocco's fault, so I hate to even say that. But Will and I are quite experimental with what we eat and where we go and stuff like that. Not with the people on our group trip. We went to places we had been to before. But we like to try the local food and kind of get away from the tourist areas. And with that, we get sick. However, that can happen anywhere. So I don't think it's Morocco's fault. I can't come up with anything that I would be like, oh, I
got
that.
one, and
What?
I know you're probably looking for something a little more critical, but to the government of Morocco, let me bring a drone, please.
Oh yeah,
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
And
I'm sure they're watching right now.
I don't think it's hard. I mean, I had to stop and think about it because you're not there going, boy, this stinks. There's certain aspects of a country where you're just like going, well, this can be improved and yada yada yada. I mean, in my mind, I think that that women still have a way to go in terms of how they're being treated there. But that's more of just that's an evolution, and I think that will occur.
Yeah, and I think with the younger generation, you're seeing it more and more.
Right.
All right,
But basically, drones. If you can fix something right now, that would be.
How was the aha moment of the destination to live this life, and did you have any doubts before leaving? My aha moment was we had always wanted to live abroad with our children, and we tried to go as expats.
Hold on, wait. Let me. Sorry. Let me just
You wanna
qualify
answer that?
No. Because I said how women are treated.
Okay.
Women
go
are
ahead.
not treated poorly. I just want to qualify this.
Oh, okay.
I just think that there's a lack of equality at this point.
Okay.
And so that would be my stretch. So before I get taken out of context, I would just want to make sure that
Yeah.
sort of that's
I think that's a good thing to mention because I knew what you were talking
because
about.
I know that women are treated fine, but I still think that there's a way to go in terms of just an equality standpoint. Between
Right.
men
So
and
you
women.
mean so that you see more women running businesses and running tours and stuff like that?
Right. There still is a strong division. So okay, that's
Yes, I think that was great that you qualified
Okay.
that, and I agree. I don't think women are treated poorly,
fine. Right.
but I do think that there should be more women-run businesses and that kind of stuff. So
Right.
those of you from Morocco who are watching, let us know how we can help that. I mean, really, and I think that as a whole, the country's receptive to it. It's really evolving. The young people are super progressive. I think you're going to see a lot of change with that, and I think it's really awesome. Okay,
Yeah. Okay.
now
Thank
aha moment. So for me, we were going to go through Will's company to become expats in another country, and that just kept falling through. So I said to Will, I'll make this long story short because some of you have probably heard it before. I said to Will, I really want to take the kids to Paris for the summer. I had a business where I was working from home. They were going to be on summer break, and I thought, well, this is the next best thing. We'll just go for the summer, and we'll have, a great summer adventure. And long story short, we went and we had that summer adventure. And Will was actually able to come. His company let him work from the Paris office. And it was not the easiest summer. Avalon got very sick and was hospitalized. I had some intestinal issues. Our apartment was a disaster. It was really small, and Will and I slept.
It was enough to scare you away from ever wanting to travel again.
A lot of things that could go wrong did. And we came away from that realizing under all the stuff that happened while we were there, we still had an amazing summer, and we survived.
And what we
and
realized
survived
is that
on a lot less.
Right. What we realized is that the kids were not fazed by all this stuff.
They were thriving.
And that if something as tragic as having to be hospitalized for 5 days, and
she had to be with the Eiffel Tower.
And
though.
you having stomach issues and so forth and so on, if that didn't sort of put a damper on the experience, then it can only go up from there.
And so we came back from that and said, it dawned on us at that point that Avalon, who's our oldest, was 9. And we said, wow, our time with her is half over. How did that happen? I mean, she was just 2, wanting to play Legos with us at 6 a.m. And now she's 9, and before we know it, she's going to be 18, and we're not going to bring this dream of traveling to fruition. So we came back from Paris and we said, that's it. The company isn't sending us. We're going to figure this out on our own. So we sold everything, and we just started planning every single night. How do we do medical care? How do we housing? How do we do schooling? Totally like scouring the internet. There wasn't as much out there as there is now. And, that's one of the reasons we created our Worldtowning University, which unfortunately, guys, we're going to turn it into, it's an annual class now. It's only in September. If you're interested, send me an email and I'll put you on the early notification list. But in that class, we help people sift through all the logistics, and they have to do less legwork on the internet of how to figure out this full-time travel thing. The housing, the visa, the medical, the schooling, the emotions that are involved, all that kind of stuff. So did we have any doubts before leaving? I did not have one doubt.
Before leaving
to start traveling. You had some because you were worried about money.
Yeah, I'm always a worrier. Someone in the family has to be the one who worries about money. So that's my job in this equation. And so
that made me sound so
no. But let's put it this way. I mean, she had all the confidence in the world that we were going to do just fine, and I had all the confidence in the world that we had to be worried about money. And so, that being said, I think we balance each other out really well, because my anxiety about money and her anxiety about sort of not living a full life sort of took each other into that world where
I think so.
We're going to be okay as long as we keep our nose to the grindstone and work really hard at this.
And 5 years and 3 or 4 months later, we're survivors. And, like we said, the last 2.5 years we've been through a lot that's not necessarily shown on the vlog, and we could survive, guys. We did this,
right?
Or we're doing this. We're not planning on stopping. So I know deep down in my heart that we can survive. And if money ever became an issue and we were unable to make money, then we would find some way to make money. Whatever, we stop someplace and we pick apples for a couple months. I grew up on an apple farm, so I do have that skill. We'd stop.
The kids would still do school, don't worry.
Because right now we work online, right? The kids would still do school. Maybe we'd teach English. We'd figure something out.
Right.
Maybe we'd become flight attendants. I mean, we are sexy and got good hair. So
there you go.
You figure it out. We work very hard, but we want this so bad. We just keep working hard. So I hope that answers your question. That was kind of long-winded. I get really excited about talking about stuff like this. So let's see. There was more to explore in Agadir. I know. Poor Agadir. I know. But you listen, we only had a couple.
It was so hard responding to all those comments because we knew that we didn't do enough there. But
we didn't have the time. We only had a couple days before our trip was starting, so we had to prepare for that.
Right.
And I'd rather have one day of seeing some stuff than no days of seeing nothing. So we will need to go back. Do you have, let's see, hello from South Korea. Do you have any plans to visit Asia? Yeah, we're leaving for Asia the end of February, and South Korea is our 2nd or 3rd place we're stopping. So super excited about that. Someone said they think you can rent a drone in Morocco. Ooh.
From what it said you can rent a drone. Okay.
How old are you? I'm 21. Will's 25. I'm 40. How old am I?
You're 47.
I'm 47.
And I'm 49.
Greetings from Holland. Hello. Do you have more children? No, we just have 2, Avalon and Largo.
That we know of.
How is your adventure in Morocco? Awesome. What? You have more kids? I know I don't have more. Let's see. You can use a drone in Morocco. You just need to get a special license and tell them that you're YouTubers. Oh.
Well, we've tried that. Apparently, like the Morocco Drone Authority, they said that we're not accepting applications anymore. So, I don't know. We do our best.
Someone says lack of equality in the U.S. because women don't get the same salary as men for the same job, for example. Absolutely.
I agree. Listen, that's fair. There's no.
Listen,
I'm not pointing fingers.
If you ask us what's something we don't like about most countries, it is the lack of equality for women. It's just. It's reality. It's how we feel. And it's the same way in our country. We're not saying that it's any, you know.
I am a.
I don't think you need to defend this anymore.
No, but
I'm
I'm the son to a mother. I am a father to a daughter. I am married to you. You have to respect that there's this has to be addressed.
Do we miss hammams? I miss hammams. Yeah, I feel like I need one right now. Does a 2020 group trip include Fez? Yes. Oh, we should attend a Moroccan marriage. I would love that. Who's getting married and wants to invite us?
We did an Indian wedding, or you did an Indian wedding.
Yeah, that was fabulous.
That was amazing.
That was fabulous. Did we eat tagine? Oh my God, did we eat tagine? We ate so many.
Okay, so what else is on the list?
Oh, sorry, I got distracted there.
Okay.
Hold on.
So talking about 2020, what is our plan? So our plan is essentially heading to Asia. And so we're heading towards starting at the end of February. We're jumping off and we're looking to go almost like back and forth because we know we're coming back to Morocco. So
and France.
And France. We know that we want to go to India. We know that we want to go to Korea. There's a couple other places that we have in mind. We just haven't ironed out the details just yet.
Yeah, we got to get on.
It's going to be a lot of where can we get the best opportunity to get something really authentic at the right moment. And so we're leaving ourselves a lot of flexibility to figure out where we're going to go. But
we also have a couple really fun projects on the horizon. So that dictates the countries where we go in each country. Yep. We've already picked the countries, but we're not going to tell you guys because we want it to be a surprise. Everyone got to pick their top 3 or 4 countries, and we're going to try to hit all of them except for, Maldives. I think is going to be out of our budget. Unless anyone knows anyone there and they want to swap hard labor for time on an island, we're totally into it.
We also know that we're doing the France trip. So that is one of the things that, I know we brushed on it, but that is one of the things that we're really looking forward to because this is going to be like a totally different experience for us. We're going to hang out like at a villa and have like wine tasting and do like it is almost like Worldtowning opulence. And I can't wait for that because we're going to have people come in and talk to us about cheese, and we're going to have people come in and talk to us about
wine and
how to pair the wine with the foods and so forth.
We're going to learn about soap and macaroons, and we're going to go on a catamaran tour of the fjords of Cassis. I mean, we're going to do it all. All right, so if you're saying something mean on the comments, you're going to get... So non-nice comments are getting out, and I see some getting removed. They got removed before I even saw the comments. This is a nice place. We practice kindness. We don't say anything mean. So play nice. I know you guys do. Why do Americans choose Europe or Asia as their first tourist destination? They do not think a lot about Africa. I think it comes down to, and if you're American and you're watching, this is not meant to be negative or mean or anything. I think it is has to do with fear of the language and the unfamiliar. I also think that Asia is a big attraction for people from a financial standpoint. It's very inexpensive to travel in Southeast Asia, and so people choose that because of it's within their budget. I think Europe has this kind of sexy allure to it, and people are drawn to it.
People love the history of Europe. I think
they love the history,
and they love the food culture, and
food culture. Right. And I think a lot of it has to do why not choosing Africa. I think it's just a lack of familiarity and understanding about it. And
I have a theory.
You have a different theory.
I have a theory on this. Okay, and I base as someone from the U.S., I base a lot of sort of travel, what seems to be appealing or not, and I hate to say this, but it's based on food culture. So if you're in New York and you see, a Thai restaurant, you see a Chinese restaurant, you see, you don't really see a Balinese restaurant, but you see a bunch of restaurants, and they're going, wow, I'm really curious about that. But you rarely see like a Tanzanian restaurant. You will see a Moroccan restaurant. You do see a lot of Americans going to Morocco, but you barely see like a Nigerian restaurant. They exist. Because their populations is pockets all over, but people travel to where they feel most connected with, and for the most part, I think it's connected with food.
Food connects people.
It really does.
It's one of our biggest struggles, and I know someone's going to yell at me here, but it's one of our biggest struggles with going vegetarian and then eventually vegan. I cannot sit at someone's table and not eat what they serve me. I can't do it.
Right.
So it's very difficult. I want to be kind and respectful and learn about their culture. And there's a deep connection through food. And that's my biggest struggle for bringing our family into veganism, is because of that. And I agree, well, food really connects people.
For some reason, if I'm thinking in my head, well, I'm going to go to Asia, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to dig into that food. I mean, it's just one of those things. For me, the African countries, I mean, I'm totally curious, and I want to go there, and we are going to go there.
Yeah, we're going to explore Africa.
And I'm sure the food's going to be amazing, but when you're living in the States, you don't think of...
You don't have a lot of exposure to
You
African
don't.
food.
You don't. No. And that's almost like the billboard of the restaurants.
Okay. Did you notice the Nordic countries are some of the most equal when you were there? I think probably when you're talking about women's rights and that type of equality, yeah.
I think so.
I think so, absolutely.
I mean, we didn't really dig that much into the locals to go ahead and get a deep conversation as to that. Yeah. So, sorry.
I love talking about that, though. How long have you been traveling? 5 years and November, December, January. 3 months. 2 hours. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see.
All right.
Okay, someone says, I see a lot of foreign bloggers come to Morocco, and when they say something unusual to their culture, they start criticizing the country. I don't understand that. I don't really watch. We don't watch vloggers like that. I'm not attracted to someone who can't recognize the cultural differences.
Yeah, but we watch some people, but we just don't watch a lot of people.
No, but I don't watch people who go to a country and put it down. I love your style. Your husband is style serious, and you have style hippie. There's a beautiful fusion. Some would call us style crazy and style.
If you were,
I'd be the crazy.
If you, I would kind of agree with that if you were looking at us sort of side by side, because when we're together, as you can tell,
I think
she does a lot of the talking because of the fact that she has just this passion, which is untethered.
Well, I have mental problems too. But.
And then, but when you take us apart, it's almost like I take on that persona. But there's always like one person who talks in a group which talks more than the other. And for us, it's her. I like that because I think it gives me a chance to think about it because you're talking, I get to analyze. But when I'm alone, I actually turn into you, I talk to everyone else. Like, shut this guy up.
And I think that you guys would be surprised to hear this, but Will is definitely naturally a more social person than I am. I love to socialize, but I burn out fast because I'm so. I don't know what it is. I take it all in with all my senses and want to know everything about everyone.
You're like a cheetah.
What makes them tick, and then I need to
hold on. You're like a cheetah. You like run really fast, but you can only run it for a short distance. And I'm more like the marathon runner.
I love people, so I can't get enough of learning about what makes you tick and what you love and what you do for fun. And then it's like I take it all in and take it on, and then I need to just kind of relax and kind of recharge. Whereas Will could be social 7 days a week. I definitely could not. Where do you guys? Let's see. There was a question here that I missed. I don't want to. Are you going to do a USA tour? That's a great question. We get that a lot. Probably not while the kids are still in the house.
Right.
Because they know the U.S. and we've lived there before. Maybe if the kids decide to go to university and live in the U.S., then maybe we'll do a tour, Will and I. We've seen a lot of the U.S. and the kids have seen quite a bit of it as well.
And it's gorgeous.
It's a great country. We have nothing against touring the U.S., but here's our thing. travel philosophy is to be places that take us out of our comfort zone and where we're not familiar. So not familiar with the currency, the food, the language. We are quite familiar with all that in the United States. So there's not a draw to explore it more than we have at this point because of all that. So let's see. Do you love Morocco and Moroccan people? Oh, yeah. You haven't watched enough of our vlogs. We do love the country a lot. I love the way you raise your children. You experience a lot of things. Thank you. Yeah. Any plans to go to Australia? Yes. Hey, Claudia. Australia, we're going to do Australia for Christmas next year. It's already on the calendar because my parents are going to come for Christmas, so we wanted to kind of iron out some details there. So
we're going to go when it's hot.
When it's hot.
Our rule for Asia is stay really, really, really warm.
Yeah,
we've done enough cold in Europe, and we're ready for.
Listen, we're not 21. We get cold easy.
We own shorts. We just never wear
them. Can you visit Association for Animals, especially for dogs? In Morocco or just in general? When we see animals, we do our best. If we have any food on us, to give it to them. We even rescued some puppies in Romania that were just randomly on the side of the road, and then the owner eventually came for them. It's really, really sad to see animals that are homeless as we travel. Depending on the country, lots of countries we see it quite a bit, and we do, the little bit we can. It's not enough, obviously. Do you plan to go to the Loire Valley in France? Not this time. I don't know if you mean on our French trip. Our French trip is going to stay right in the south, pretty much between like Toulon area to a little bit north of Aix. But there probably will be future France trips, and we'll explore other areas of France.
Well, we're always going to come back to this place.
From where did we get the idea to travel around the world? That's a great question. We've always loved.
I think it's just been in our blood. I think at the end of the day, it's. Yeah. I come from a family that immigrated. They came from Cuba, and so I think that there's always been this idea that you can always sort of try something different. And then for you, your parents have always been the types of people who said, you know what, I'm going to live a little bit differently than everyone else and sort of take risks. And I think that whole travel thing is just a matter of just being able to step outside of sort of makes you comfortable on a daily basis and to try for something different. It doesn't always mean better, it just means different.
And I think while we see such value in learning about other cultures around the world, it's really amazing, and Will and I love it. But our main reason for doing this has always been the children, to teach them about the world, about being a global citizen, about understanding different cultures. And someone put in here, are they considering studying abroad? That's their decision.
You know what the funny part is?
Avalon's giving us a thumbs up. You mean if they're gonna?
The question is, at this point, what's abroad?
Right?
Because living outside the RV at this point is like
abroad, right? We go to Spain, we're living abroad. Okay, so at this point, they both have expressed an interest of wanting to go to university in the U.S., but also wanting to study abroad in another country. If I had to make a guess, probably Avalon would pick Japan. Largo would probably pick some expedition in Antarctica or Greenland or something like that.
Largo wants to be a pilot too, so.
Yeah, so something that, aids in that area. Of course, we encourage them to continue doing all this, but we get asked a lot, well, what if they decide they don't want to travel? And they just want to stay in one place? That's their decision too. This is part of their education, and we do this also to grow closer as a family. It's not the only way to raise a kid. We don't know if it's the right way. We're doing the best we can. And hope we're doing what's right for them, but it feels right. And if they choose to live a different life, that's their decision. We just want them to be happy. Right. Let's see. Welcome back to Morocco. Yay! About the RV you were traveling with, how did it cost you, and is there a way to rent an RV with a reasonable price? There's not a way to rent an RV for reasonable price if you're coming for more than a couple of months. It's just not, it's better, if you're going to stay for 6 months, you're better off buying it. There's a lot. We did a video on a company, and there's several of them that you can buy it from, and they'll do a buyback option with you,
right?
Which is a great option if you're just going to come for 6 months.
I think they said that the guys who we spoke with, they were saying that if you're going to be in Europe for more than 2 months, that's almost like the tipping point of when it becomes more economical to go ahead and buy one and then sell it back, as opposed to renting it for 2 months. it's a great option, and there's so much to see. It's like the U.S. I mean, you almost have to look at Europe as sort of a more diverse U.S. because there's so much to see, so much to do, so many different lands to see. There's more languages, and well, now there's one currency, which is really cool. But the only problem is that with the whole 3-month issue with Schengen, with having to go in and out for 90 days, that becomes part of the challenge. But if you have the option to see Europe through an RV, it's the coolest thing you can do. And if you can be in Norway all of June, July, and August,
right? Norway's awesome.
All the better. My gosh.
Another Camino this year? No. Oh, someone's texting me. No, not this year. Not this year. Maybe we'll do something in Asia. What advice do we have for someone who wants to leave a good job for a world trip? My advice? What are you waiting for? Listen, it's not that easy, and I'm not saying just go today. Save your money, invest your money, make sure you have a plan. You've researched it. Go as inexpensive as possible. Lower your personal expenses for 2 years and save like crazy. And that
I think the biggest takeaway though, because that's a question that can be answered, by hours of conversations and consultations, right. whatever. The idea is that if you have a desire and you're gonna wait for the perfect time, there's never a perfect time. If you have a steadfast desire to make this work, then you will have to just find a way and say, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make this my goal for this year is to go ahead and sift through all the minutia so that I can make it happen. You don't just sell everything and go. That's so cliche. Everyone says I just sold everything and took off. For us, it took a year to go ahead and decide.
It took 7 years of wanting to go.
Right, but it took a year.
1 year of planning.
So,
and if you're just gonna say I'm just gonna go, and you plan to go for a year, you're gonna be back in 6 months.
Right.
Plan. Figure out how to do an inexpensive, save a lot of money. One of our travel buddies, they always say, your old life is still there. So if you don't like it, you can come back, right? So you can come back to that life, but plan properly before you go, so that you don't end up coming back early, or coming back to nothing because you've blown all your money and you can't even afford your groceries. Plan properly. But life is short. We all think we're going to live to a ripe old age, and statistically we will. But enjoy it along the way. People always say, why are you doing this now? Why don't you wait till you're retired? And we're like, well, one, what if we don't make it to retirement? But two, we want to do it with our kids. So whether you have grown kids, or early retirement, late retirement, you're just starting out, why not do it? It's not going to ruin your life. It's going to enrich it tremendously, and choosing a different path may bring something new and amazing into your life.
If it works out, glorious. If it doesn't work out, just call it a 1-year sabbatical.
Right.
And then move on.
Let's see. How are you going to be living in Asia? Airbnb, hotels, local people. As inexpensive as possible, because we want to spend our money to do other things. Airbnbs, house sits. We're staying in a co-working space for a while. Friends, and hostels. So whatever comes in budget-wise, the best.
What we're trying to do is like anything else that we've done, and if you guys have seen stuff we've done, that we try and not go for the most glamorous, but for the most culturally rich.
Yeah.
And so a lot of the decisions aren't going to be based on which house has a pool, which has a waterfall, which is going to be amazing. It's going to be.
We're not going to show you all the bedding and stuff like that.
It's going to be where can we actually dig in and learn the most about the areas that we're going to be at, and then if there's pretty, then cool. But that's sort of the angle that we're trying to take.
All right. So Will, back to your. You wanted to. What did you talk about here? Is there anything else you want to talk about here?
No, I think at this point.
Someone wants to know if you're related to Mateus Wendell, a YouTuber. Any chance?
No. But,
no, I don't think you are.
But do I look like him?
I don't know.
I don't know. Or does he also use argan oil on his hair?
That could be. Avalon and Largo, do you want to come say hi?
Sure.
Largo's coming to say hi. Avalon's coming to say. Do you guys have any questions for Avalon and Largo? They're coming. They don't usually last long when they come. they like to see the people and they can't see them. So
and we have like a 20-second buffer. So
we do.
Yeah. So, but once they're here, then maybe you guys check.
All right. So you guys can ask some questions for them. If they choose not to answer a question, that's their decision. We don't make them answer things if they don't want to. You guys' comments are so sweet. Thank you for watching. Yay! Do your kids miss their friends?
No, because we get to hang out with them all the time.
Yeah.
Like, through Snapchat, emails, and stuff.
Social media.
Mm-hmm.
And, we get this question a lot about the social aspects. So most of the people probably watching have a certain view on how people make friends, and it's in a school environment, which sorry, I have my hair, my massive party hair is in front of you. And it's kind of, traveling kids have gosh, my head is so big there. Have a different way that they do things, and they meet kids from all over the world. So basically, wherever we go, they miss friends, right? Because we're always joining someone new, but leaving someone behind, which is kind of what happens with Will and I as well. But social media, like Avalon said, is great for keeping in touch with friends.
Yeah.
Do you recommend the homeschooling program the kids use? How do they like it? Do you guys like all the programs you use?
Not so much now because I'm reading a lot.
Because she's in high school.
Yeah. And it's basically read this, take this test, now try and remember it forever. But everyone knows you don't remember it forever. So, no, I don't like it as much. But I have classes that I do like more now, which is surprisingly math. But otherwise, yeah.
So Avalon's schedule has always, there hasn't been a lot of exams and reading and memorizing and regurgitating. And now that she's in high school, we're struggling and finding programs that are more engaging. So this year has been really tough, and we're going to work harder to see if we can find that for next year. So that's kind of some of the challenges. That's why Will said there's a lot of work that goes into this. There is a lot of work because we're trying to find things that really inspire them. Do you miss school?
Actual school? Like in a
Like
brick
a brick
building?
and
I
mortar
guess
school.
I think they mean, do you miss school in a brick building? Because they
No
go to
way.
school online.
No way.
I guess that one was answered. Baba says hi.
Hi.
Have you ever been in Turkey? Yes, we have. We loved it. I think that was probably for all of us. Stylish hair. Thanks. Paul E wants to know, Largo, when are you going flying again?
1st of February.
Oh my gosh! So
Not that he's counting
here's-
it down.
So here's something that, unless you guys have been following us on Instagram, Largo had his first flying
You want to come in
experience
here? I feel like my hair's in your
ever,
face.
and we did it last week,
Sorry,
and it was
Avalon.
a once in a lifetime. Well, I guess more once in a lifetime. Hopefully, it's going to be more in a lifetime because he wants to become a pilot. But when we were up there on the plane, my microphone on my camera died, which was the most.
He was very mad.
I was so upset. I was looking at the footage, going, "There's no sound. There's no sound." So my new camera, which I do like, except for there's a lot of specs on it, but that's another story. I can vent about that camera all day long. But I had to send it back to the States. So all that being said, Largo did go on a plane. I was able to record most of it.
There'll be a vlog.
There'll be a vlog about it. It's just going to be a little bit lacking as far as depth of content because my microphone kind of died. Sorry about that.
How is the experience with homeschooling and trips for children? I think that's probably a question for us about bringing kids on our group trips. We had one other kid on the last one, and she's homeschooled, so they didn't do schooling while they were on the trip. I'm assuming they did it before and after. So homeschooled, any kids are welcome on the trip, and homeschooling kids just have more flexibility because they can change their schooling around the trip. Do you prefer traveling with the family or being at school around with friends?
Well, I prefer traveling, but we're
Just
still kind
just
of...
not with us.
No. We're still kind of with our friends, though. You don't need to be right next to someone to be able to be friends, in my opinion. Yeah. So we still get to hang out and stuff. We go around, meet people in different places, then eventually sometimes come back, which we do a lot in France.
Yeah, we have a lot of friends in France, so we make a huge effort to spend time with them and go kind of a bit out of our way sometimes to so that we can see people in person. Love how Largo is a translator in French. Do the kids speak?
Are you kidding me?
What?
No. Largo is not the translator in French. I am the
I
translator. in French.
Fight.
Listen, I give you guys equal airtime on the videos. So
I'm doing more of it. It looks like
I
Largo's
do
doing it
more.
so much.
They want to know if you speak any other languages.
French, Spanish, English.
Yeah.
Let's see. Question for the kids. Let's see. Okay. Ukraine or Morocco?
Oh, that's hard.
I'd
I'm not
say
gonna answer
Morocco.
that. I can't choose.
You said,
I'm Morocco.
I'm not going to answer because it wasn't asked to us.
I like them both the same. They both have like this energy, which was
Yeah, we really love Ukraine.
yeah.
as well.
They both have just really cool energy. Like Ukraine is one of those countries that give it 10 years and look out. But there's a lot of just hope, or just that there's a future for the Ukraine.
So we've spent a lot more time in Morocco. So I really, really love Morocco, and you guys know that. We had a certain amount of affection for Ukraine as well, but it can't really compare to Morocco because we were in Ukraine for a week and a half, and we were in Morocco for 7.5 weeks the first time. So
Yep.
I think Ukraine could probably be equivalent in its love as we have for Morocco if we were to spend some more time
If there is one tourist destination which I think is going to explode, it's the Ukraine. There's just so much. It's so interesting. The Ukraine,
It is very
not
interesting.
the Ukraine. Sorry, Ukraine.
What'd you say?
The Ukraine.
Oh.
Well, either way, it goes into a whole story.
Gina says you guys both rocket languages. Gina
Thanks,
was on
Gina.
Gina was on our Morocco trip. Have you been to Denmark?
I'd
Except
say
Turkey, of
Norway.
course.
Or maybe Finland. No, Sweden, because that's where they have
Sweden?
the reindeer.
Reindeer?
I would
Norway?
say
No, Denmark.
Denmark.
I would say Norway without question. You said there except Turkey, of course. I really did. I did enjoy Turkey. It blew our minds. So I definitely would hang out there again.
I would say Ukraine and Norway. But there's a lot I would go back to.
Hold on. We're having.
What does that mean? We're not live anymore?
It says it's poor. I'm not too sure. This is. We have to figure out. Okay, are we back on again? Okay, so.
We always have Wi-Fi issues in France.
Hold
We
on
have
a
good
second.
cheese, so
I'm going to. All right, so I think
comments
we're
are coming in, so I think we're back up.
Yeah, I think we're there. All right, so
Did we know Morocco was the first country to recognize the independence of the United States?
We
Yes,
did.
we did. That is super cool. Moroccan and Belgium, hi. You guys inspired us to travel vlog, and my family and I following your footsteps. Oh, that's awesome. You can, if you want to, in the comments, share your YouTube channel so others can see it if they want to go visit. Hello from Scandinavia. Viva Morocco. Live feed comes and goes. Sorry, guys. I
Sorry
don't know
about
what
that.
it is about France, but we always have the worst Wi-Fi here. Getting buffering delays, but good otherwise.
Okay.
All right, we are going to let you guys go.
Yeah, I think that's a
since
good
we're
segue
Buffering
into-
issues. Does anyone have any last minute questions? Again, thank you so much for your support, for following our vlogs. Tell your friends, share others.
And thanks
if
for
you haven't, oh sorry, go ahead.
thanks for being with us. 20,000. We're really we're really excited about that.
Yes.
We know that that our journey is the journey of just discovery and cultural just immersion. So the fact that you guys have been watching us, and instead of saying well, how come you're not at the beach, makes me really happy, because I realize that you guys see our journey as something that's sort of bigger than just the wow in the world. It's the, oh my gosh, the world's so much more than what everyone else is telling me, and this is what we're trying to share.
And I love
Did
that.
I babble on that one?
No, I
No.
love that. And that was really well said, and now I forgot what I was going to say.
But for that, trying to get off the board
To
That-
take it
to the next level.
to the next level. Like, we're still going to continue to vlog, but we have a couple documentaries that we want to make. They're going to connect to us and you and the world, to other cultures that people may not interact with daily. We really, really love vlogging. We love doing this. We love sharing. And we thank you from the bottom of our heart for being part of our channel. And if you haven't subscribed, please go.
Thank you.
Thank you, Paul, for the super chat. Yay. He just had his birthday. Happy birthday. And
Happy
I'd love
birthday,
to share
Paul.
cake with you. Oh my gosh, me too. I love cake.
We can have a macaroon. Hold on, look.
We can have a macaroon. Those are Largos, so I don't think we can eat them. He's going to freak out. Have you traveled for 5 years? Have you noticed a difference in sociability between rich and poor countries? The development of a country makes it lose these values. I agree. I don't want to generalize. But I will say that the more developing the country, if the people are able to communicate with us, They're incredibly curious. They're really curious about different cultures, about learning, about growing, about sharing. And that's not to say Western countries are not, but Western countries often are much more involved in bigger and better and growing their personal fortune and climbing the corporate ladder. And there's less focus on integrating and learning about other cultures. And this is from our 5 years of travel. We're not experts. These are the situations that we've encountered, but I would agree that the more developing the country, the more inclined people at this point, because I think that kind of gets thrown out when you're talking about countries who have a huge level of honor and find it rude to engage, like they find it as an infringement on someone's privacy to engage with someone that they don't know. And I'll give you an example of that. The Scandinavian countries often get a bad rap. They say people are not friendly and da-da-da-da.
It's stoic.
That's not the case. They're completely friendly and very giving, but they're a bit more reserved. And from what we learned from the locals that we talked to, and again, we weren't there forever and we don't live there, there's this level of privacy and respect for someone's privacy. And I think we're going to experience that as we branch into Asia. So, that's my little meager thoughts on it.
Right. So we're actively trying to establish connections now so that we can overcome those boundaries before we get there.
Yes, absolutely.
Yep.
We really, really want to connect to the locals. I have absolutely no desire to go walk the Great Wall of China and never meet someone who lives in China. Now that sounds really cool to walk the Great Wall, but I want to sit in someone's house and I want to have a meal with them. And even if we cannot communicate, fine. Just commenting on here if they want a woman for marriage.
No, it's being held for review.
All right. We don't have any women for marriage in this family.
Google has
already got a wife.
YouTube has a way of sort of knowing any words and what should or could be deleted, and it's automatically sort of filtering those for us. So
but they're funny to see.
They are kind of funny to see. Sorry, I wish we could share them with you, but that's kind of we don't want that.
Do we like tagine? Oh, we love tagine. We have our own tagine pot.
What do you like better, tagine or cheese? That's an
Don't
unfair
put me
question.
on the spot.
That's an unfair question.
Okay, I'll answer. I love cheese.
Of
You
course
know I
it's
love
gonna be
cheese.
cheese.
All right.
Of course.
All right, guys. So we are gonna let you go. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope to do this again soon. Thank you for all your kindness, for watching, for everything else.
Yep.
Go out there, meet new people, try new things, get out of your comfort zone, and just do it.
And we are so glad to have, once again, God, sorry, but thank you so much for being part of our community. We really do appreciate you guys, and
Bye.
we look forward to seeing you next time.
Mwah.
Bye.
I think it's still going.